Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new What If here. Today we are doing What If Naruto had an unknown dojutsu part 1. But before I get into this, I think I've done maybe, like, say one part of one What If a week. Not a week. Well, what I mean by that is pretty much like, say, like through the month I'll only do, say, well, obviously I won't do, for Naruto what ifs, for Deku, or My Hero Academia what ifs. And pretty much what, it'd be is like, instead of, say uploading 1 week would be what if Naruto could use magic, the next one would be what if Naruto was a ghost/female version 2. Instead of, that, going backwards and forward, it would be, like only say that, so it'd be like, say what if Naruto, was a, was ghost/female version 2. What if Naruto, say, was a tail beast? What if Kuma was a tail beast? So 3, and then say this one, that'd be 4, and then like, like, they'd be kind of in an order, and then like each part would, be played. Well, I'd do one. Like each part would be like, say once like each part would be once a month. So yeah, so it'd be like that. Yeah, once a month. That's kind of what I was thinking. So I get 4 different what ifs on the same kind of like anime. So yeah, and that's really what I wanted to really say here. And yeah, so anyway, so pretty much like, yeah. So what would this dojutsu be? Well, it'd be from like the Uzumaki clan, but it'd be why I'd say an unknown, because it's like a new dojutsu. I'd say yes. Most dojutsus, the Uchiha's Eye and the not Mangaku, no, the Sharingan and what's it called? I can't remember. And the other eye. Those two, of course, came from one eye. That's, of course, they split off from one another. But this one would be like an evolution, and Kushina would be the first one in our clan to awaken this one. Even though she wouldn't know what it is. And of course, Minato and Kushina, as they got close together, Kushina would tell Minato, and they would do, some research, what is her abilities and that, and of course, Minato kind of finds it interesting that Kushina is the only one in the village to awaken the unknown eye, but it seems to take on, like a cat eye. Not really sure what picture this is, but hopefully, I don't know, by either the end of this month or next month or the month after, if this series continues, if you guys like it, I'll make more. But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so pretty much the Kushina has, now, after meeting Minato, and after a while, she's got a basic understanding of what her eye can do. But of course, as we know, everything else happens, and they never really get to see their child, really, besides from it being a baby, and then far into the future. But yeah, anyway, let's start this off. So, I'm not really going to touch on, like, these stage 6 paths and what, like, well, the only thing that would be, I guess, kind of different would be that the Sage Frog, whatever he is, he would, say that, that would be a boy, like, yeah, and he would have like a an unknown dojutsu that would like be similar to a like cat's eye, kind of. It's slit. So yeah, pretty much what his abilities are, as I would know what I was thinking of, like, you guys tell me if you want to, more than one stage. So like it's got like first stage, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, how many? But yeah, I'm thinking of only like right now only having two because this is only part one. So yeah, anyway. So like now to say first version would be like, it can like slow down his perception of time. So I haven't moved slower for him except for him himself. So he still walks his normal speed, and that as his body is sped up to make it look like everyone else is slowing down. But really, he's just speeding up his perception of time. So yeah, pretty much he can grab stuff, but there will be like a limit to how long and how slow he can make his perception of time be. Or yeah, so it's like he can't pretty much, what looks like freeze time. He can't do that. He can't move at the speed of light. But who knows? Maybe in the future. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Like that, and another, a more kind of unique ability would be that if you are not the person who awakened the eye, you will not get access to it. And what I mean by that is that it's not imprinted into the eye itself. So it'd be like, say like, a Kakashi incident happened to, Naruto to get somebody else eye. Well, Naruto would only have one eye with the dojutsu, but only for a week. Once the eye is, fully settled in and the chakra connection that are connected and that, after a week, he would be able to activate it in that eye too, whereas his eye, who, say, if someone tried stealing it, wouldn't contain the actual dojutsu, it'd just be an ordinary eye. Yeah. So it'd be more so like a chakra kind of evolution. Yeah, but it'd be an Uzumaki pretty much thing. But yeah, he can, I'd say, also in this first one, he can see not the chakra points, but you can see like the chakra inside of of someone. Tell me in the comments down below if you actually want them to see the actual chakra points and that. But yeah, and I think that kind of be about it. Then the manager, I'd probably add more stuff into it as as goes further down. And then the second or the kind of main one, which or the matured one would be, matured / mastered one would be like where he's able to slow down time obviously a lot slower, while he's pretty much point level it's able to speed up a lot faster. And I had another thing in mind, but I forgot now what it was. Oh yeah, and his body, well, you guys tell me in the comments if you'd want me to make Naruto either, so in this form it changed even, Naruto, even, on the kind of outside where he could, grow, where he could, grow a tail and ears. They can be either cat ears or fox ears. Why fox? Because Naruto's got, a 9-tailed fox sealed within inside of him. And either that or, an actual, or he'd take the kind of thing of a cat, and he'd then have the abilities of either a cat or a fox, depending on what you guys choose. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this what if. So yeah. Well, yeah, so and also, no, I'll get into that slightly further on. So Naruto would be born around the time of the Nine Tails attack. That would kind of all go the same. with Kushina kind of realizing, she can slow down time, as it's kind of like a new ability she discovered, but she's realized she can slow down time quite a lot. But she still very much gets hit, sadly. There's Minato, so they both still die. They would say, same things in canon as they did. Yeah. As Kushina, tells the third Hokage, what Naruto's name is, or the baby's name is, and that, give them, she would have the book and, have a book and, she would say, give him this book when he awakens his eye, as you go, what do you mean eye? It's like, you'll know when the time comes. But yeah, please give it to him, either when he's at the age to start the academy, or when he awakens his eyes, please, Third. As he says, alright, Kushina, for you, I'll do it. As he takes the book, and it's pretty much what Minato and Kushina have discovered about the Uzumaki eye. Yeah. And, well, the Hokage can't really read it, as it's in a language unknown to him, and unknown to anyone, as it being more so only someone with the eye can activate it. And why I said when Naruto enters the Ninja Academy, because around that time would be whereas his chakra would be hopefully starting to develop, or develop more. And so as he opens the book, it would more or less, his instincts would awaken the eye. It would instinctually awaken the eye. So either way, it would awaken the eye. So yeah. And his childhood pretty much, well, would kind of got the same in canon. People, we were making, bullying him and that, and so he's more, alone, and he wants to know, why is he like that, why do people either hate him or that. And the further Kages, I can't, it's like, I can't really tell you that Naruto. As, goes, you can't tell me anything, you can't tell me who your parents are. He gets upset, so he runs out. I just was like thinking, Naruto, I wish I could, but your parents had enemies, and, I don't really want to tell you, who your parents are, because if you find out, you might accidentally, tell a spy, and, well, the spy then will go, if the spy, is out to try and kill the, kid, well, you'd be dead. No, so he's, yeah. And about, of course, Naruto happens to, find, I can't remember her name. The Hyuga child who's got bullied. He would end up finding her, and he would step in, and as they about to hit him, his eye would awaken, and he'd kind of put his hands up ready to kind of block all that, as he then kind of glances and realizes that it's like it's kind of like slow, and he's thinking, what's going on? The world looks slower to him, and yeah, as he then realizes, his like, eye has kind of got a weird feeling, he wouldn't really know because it's his first time using it. He awakened it, so it'd be a weird feeling in his eye. And as he'd pretty much go, oh well, he'd pick up the girl and move her like to the side, and he'd think, well, how do I stop? The protocol was talk about like chakra and some other stuff, so maybe like try and pull something out of my eye. As he does that, and like it stops, and Kuma's like, huh, I feel like I've seen that eye, but only for like a split second. As as he ponders about it, as he realise, well, he doesn't realise yet, but yeah, because once again not once again, but the Stage 6 Plus would have told all 9-tailed beasts, there'd be a boy with like a feline type, unknown dojutsu with a feline, it'd look like a feline eye or a cat's eye. Not, big black pupil, but it's more foul nature eye. Or if a cat is scared or that, it's more likely to have that. Well, yeah, aggressive or angry. Yeah. Anyway. Naruto's surprised as he puts the girl down, the Hyuga girl down, and he, tries, pulling chakra out of his eye, and, it works. Everything seems to snap back to what it was, and the boy that was about to hit Naruto, just hits thin air, and he goes, huh. He's like, huh, huh, where did he go? As he goes like, well, Valmo is just puzzled, and Naruto, pretty much is like right behind him, and he goes, I'm right behind you. Yeah, as they all kind of get startled and scared that Naruto, 1 second he's in front of them, next second he's behind them, so they're going to be scared, so they pretty much run off, and she's just like, she's pretty much kind of startled, and and so she ends up going back to the Hyuga compound, and Naruto ends up going back to the Hokage, or his house, kind of. As he tells the Fred what had happened, that he saved the girl from being bullied, but at the same time, time seemed to have slowed down. And he's like, what do you mean, Naruto? It's like, well, I don't know. It's like, 1 minute, this boy's going to punch me, and next, I know it's just going slowly at me. Yeah, and he's like, oh, good. And he's thinking, could this be the eye that Kushina was speaking about? I don't know, but he's like, okay, I've got something from your mother that she wanted me to give you. So, it's like, yeah, it's like an unknown dojutsu you've awakened. I think you and your mum are the only two in the world that have got it, that we know of. And yeah, so he'd give Naruto the book, and as he looks at it, he went to also think of a name in the description for the eye. And the name for kind of the eye. So, yeah. Yeah, anyway. As Naruto reads the name of the eye, and he also looks at kind of some of the abilities, and which, it goes, abilities, like, unknown how many abilities there are, but these are the ones that me and my husband Minato, like, it says his name, and Naruto doesn't open it, until the third Hokage is gone, left. So yeah, he learns of his parents' names, but he doesn't realize they are his parents. Yeah, as as you go, as it pretty much, states in there, like, the kind of base, like, abilities that Naruto's kind of showing that this this eye of the Uzumakis, it seems to be able to slow down our perception of time. It seems to slow down time itself, but not for the user, only for everyone else. As no matter if you're holding the person or that, they're still gonna slow. It's still gonna affect them. And another ability or quirk of it is that if you have lost an eye or that, and have like another eye put in instead, like, the ability won't, it will transfer, seems like, into that eye. And we kind of think that if you've lost both eyes, you'll still be able to use your dojutsu if you, like, somebody gives you their eyes instead. You'd be able to then use your dojutsu after a week or so, a week or so. And yeah. And the eye, and your eyes, or your original eyes, that say someone tried stealing or stole, the dojutsu would not be in that in your eyes, as it doesn't reside in your eyes. So yeah. And it's also going to say like, the eye, like, to slow down time, you have to think of, like, actually slowing down time. You have to think of slowing down time itself, you wanting to slow down time, which will then cause time to actually slow down. As Naruto reads down, he thinks then, and he doesn't, well, he does kind of realise, but it's more so when he, like, say, goes to, well, he thinks it's activated, as he looks out his window and he sees the world again slowing down, but it looks faster than it was, but it's still slow. As it's like, as then it says, this may have, this may have a limit, but I don't know. We don't know. We haven't really tested the eye much. So whoever's reading this, there are abilities we don't know of that you may discover, and if you discover them, please write them down in this book. So then the next person who awakens this eye in the Uzumaki clan or that will be able to understand the eye's abilities and that. And it's gotten Naruto more curious, what other abilities are there, as you slowly discover them as time goes on. But yeah, I think another ability I'll give for the first one is like basic kind of like agility and that. So you can like move fast, dodge, and just be good at at like gymnastics, that kind of thing. It'd be kind of good at like that, and and parkour, that kind of thing. When the eye's active, of course. When it's not, it's up to his own skills too. But yeah, that'd be more so. Well, yeah, and he'd be able to I don't know. But yeah. And, well, I'm gonna end this first part here, so, yeah. Because I thought, well, instead of making this, long, like an hour plus long, I thought of making it shorter, so then the next part can be longer. Anyway, so if you guys have enjoyed this, enjoyed it so much, and you'll see more to start this, subscribe, I'll see you guys in the next video, what if the panel I do, and hey, goodbye!